got some motherfucking design on right now. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I got 3 old guys on the block.
With a little bit more details with regard to the instant offense, if she may.
Such as?
Your Honor, I've been told that George Alb has a past of trespassing, which actually I was completely unaware of. But that day, we had discussed this property. I did have him drop me off to enter into the woods, which took, it took about a 20-minute hike to get to the perimeter of the house. Now, I'm from Concord. I grew up in that area. So on my bus route, younger, I'd seen this immaculate house. Just beautiful. But recently, taking my daughter to Auburn, well, it's Lamouth now, I had noticed that it was dilapidated, overgrown, and there had been talks that it was empty. So I was in the backwoods. He had called me, said he left my van there, and I was upset with him that he had left it there. So by the time he called, I started walking up the hill. And I don't know if he went in to the house or not. Honestly, I do not know. I was told that he had been seen by people, and I started walking up the hill. I heard the police, sheriff's department yell. I did hide. When they did get into the backwoods, they called me out because I was crouched down, hiding, scared, obviously scared, and I ran. From the tasers, I stopped, and then we all ascended up the hill to find my van. There was stuff at the end of the gully, so I don't, if that was him getting stuff from out of the house. So, I mean, I'm guilty of being there. I'm guilty of being a part of whatever he was trying to do.
Well, what was he trying to do?
Apparently get stuff from inside the house.
Apparently. I mean,
There's a bunch of stuff sitting out. I did find like little trinkets on my walk. It looked like it was stuff the kids may have played with. They were like all scattered about the hill. I did put those in my pocket to, you know, I don't know what else I would find, you know. Come to find him gone.
You didn't find those trinkets scattered about the hill.
There was.
Okay. You didn't. What time of day was this?
About 1 in the afternoon, Your Honor.
In April?
End of April, yes. Yeah, there wasn't snow. I found like a little fairy leg and figurine and.
So what about this Alb character?
He's had problems with his parents and trespassing on their own property that I knew of. And that was the only case that I knew of with him.
How long have you known him?
Over a year. I met him through my brother, and he would just come around every once in a while, hang out. He was homeless, so I let him stay at my house sometimes.
Where do you live now?
I live in Painesville
Where?
with my brother and mother. No longer on Hawthorne.
What is your mental health diagnosis?
They said I was dual diagnosis, but I suffer from depression and anxiety.
How long have you been diagnosed with that?
About 5 years.
Okay. And what treatment have you had for that?
None.
Why not?
I've just been medicated, and I actually went off my meds
Well,
about,
where'd you get the medication if you weren't treated for it?
I had recently started going back to the doctors. And it was like August, and I'd just gotten my meds because I knew my mind wasn't right. I had been off of my meds prior to August for almost a year, and I could tell the difference. My family could tell, my friends. I was just irrational.
Would that have anything to do with the meth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where'd that come from?
It's a long story. My brother suffers from paranoid schizophrenia, and he is a not long time, but he used meth as well. And I had him stay with me because he was also homeless, and I wanted to help him. And I made the stupid decision of trying this drug to see what it was about. Yeah. Worst decision I could have ever made.
Okay, when was that?
About July of 2024.
So you had never used drugs before that?
I mean, I was smoking marijuana, and I've tried cocaine.
And how long had you been using those?
Marijuana,
Anything?
quite often.
How many years have you been using marijuana and cocaine?
Marijuana, probably since I was 18. It helped subside emotions and anxiety. It calmed me down. The cocaine, not till I was in my 30s, maybe a little bit in my 20s, but definitely more so in my 30s, probably frequently before the meth.
So you're telling me that that was that's when you first tried meth because you thought with your mental health issues and your cocaine use and your marijuana use, you were just curious as to what this drug was all about.
Honestly, yes. It was affecting my brother.
How was it affecting your brother?
I wanted to see if it was his mental health or if it was the drug. I wanted to try to relate to him, to try to help him, which doing the drug obviously wasn't the way to go. And
you knew that from the start.
well,
You couldn't possibly have thought
I didn't know what else to
that
do.
using meth would have been a good idea.
I wanted to relate to my brother, Your Honor. I wanted to help him. He's a paranoid schizophrenic who wasn't medicated. I didn't know how else to help. We've tried every option for the last 21 years.
Well, how about if you start with helping yourself
Yeah.
before you try to help somebody else?
And I had hit rock bottom so quickly,
Okay.
and I,
All right, so then once you started using, if that's when you started using, you kept using. Okay. So now what?
I realized that I couldn't help him.
Okay, forget him. I'm talking about you.
I know.
Now what? And part of the problem is what you just told me is you live with him, okay? That's the next problem we have to address. So now what for you?
I kicked him out.
Well, you just told me that you live with your mother and him.
Well, yeah. No, that's my older brother. I have 3 brothers.
All right. What are you gonna do?
I have
How old are
3
you
brothers.
now?
39.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? Because you've got no felonies on your record.
I don't ever want to go back to that drug or any drugs, Your Honor.
All right, so how are you gonna do that?
By getting a system, a network of sobriety people. I wanted to, actually, before I had gotten the drug charges, I wanted to enter into an IOP program on my own accord because I knew I had a problem that I didn't want to have anymore.
Okay. So
I
did
had
you-
lost my
did-
job, I lost my house.
Did you do that?
I hadn't, I gotten in trouble. So I was advised that I should probably try to get into that program, but everything kind of just snowballed so quickly. I was getting evicted out of my house. So I was packing up, trying to figure out what to do with that. And then my older brother, not the schizophrenic one, is who I live with, and my mother. I have 3 brothers. So he let me stay with him while I was, moving out, and then obviously now homeless. So I was wanting to get a job at Meyer, IOP program, going to AA meetings. I have a very close network of friends that do actually go to AA meetings quite often. My father was taking, who he's here right now, was taking my schizophrenic brother to AA meetings as well, and I hadn't stuck my feet in the ground to just do it yet. But I know that this was something that would benefit me immensely. Alliant, there's many rehabs that I was looking into, New Beginnings, Square One in Ashtabula, which is where the network of my friends go to AA meetings. They're involved with taking people from treatment facilities to meetings. Alliant, which is located in Shaker Heights, they are a mental and drug rehab, a very well-renowned mental and drug rehab facility. There is a secretary there who went there and is a huge advocate for it, who's been sober for 6 years. She loved the program enough that she's back there working. I even thought about maybe doing social work at Lake and Geauga Recovery Services.
All
I
right,
can't do the social work, but.
Forget that. Okay?
Yeah, okay,
Okay, you can't do social work because
no, right,
you can't take care of yourself.
right. I need to get better. That's the most important part. And the rehab with the mental and the drug, I got a lot to uncover.
Did you tell me that you took your daughter to school somewhere in that area?
Yeah,
Where?
Lummuth Middle School,
Okay. How old is your daughter?
she's 14. She stays with her dad.
How come you didn't, how come the first I know about you having any children is right now? Because,
She doesn't stay with me.
all right, well, didn't you discuss that with with Ms. Crook when she was doing the report? You told her you didn't have any children.
That's true.
Why did you tell her that?
Because she, well,
Huh?
I wanted to leave her out of it. She doesn't live with me.
Okay, so what? So what? Okay, so,
I don't really even take care of her right now.
okay, well, she exists, right? See, this is the next problem. I don't know what else there is. I'm supposed to, Ms. Novotny wants me to put you on an intervention plan. And the intervention plan is to address whatever ails you so that you comply with the plan, so you complete the plan, so you don't get felony convictions. That's the point, okay? Doesn't do me a damn bit of good to sit out here and extract information from you that's important information that would lead me to put you on a plan that's going to accomplish the end goal. So this has been nothing but an extraction exercise since I've been out here from you about what you did, where you're at in your life, what else exists that impacts you. So how the hell am I supposed to implement a plan if you refuse to give all the information?
I was told by inmates to leave my daughter out of it.
You were told by what inmates?
Inmates in the jail.
Okay. How many times have you been in jail in your life?
This year,
No. How
3
many
times.
times in your life have you been in jail?
I was in jail in 2005 once,
For how long?
maybe 12 hours.
Okay. And then what else?
This year, 3 times. The first time 15 days, second time 12 hours, and now I've been in there for 30 some days.
Okay. So, in the process of this whole thing, how long have you been represented by Ms. Novotny?
Since April.
Okay. So you made the conscious decision to listen to these idiots in the jail and take the advice of these. Why are they in jail?
Because they broke the law.
Because they can't live by the rules of society. And you've got yourself a good lawyer here trying to help you, and you're listening to these nimrods over here. Why is that?
Scared?
Scared of what?
I don't know, Your
You
Honor.
don't know. You don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. It's more involvement with trouble. I don't want more trouble than.
So I don't know what you're all about as I sit here.
Just
I know you've got mental health problems that you've refused to treat in the past. I know you've got drug addiction problems that you refused to treat in the past. Both need to be treated. I don't know all the other factors that go into it, okay?
Your
Because
Honor.
external factors affect that, okay? There's external factors out there. Okay, one is your daughter. I don't have the slightest idea where she lives, who she lives with, how often you see her, what she's like, because these dipshits tell you to leave her out of it. Okay? You refuse to acknowledge the existence of George Alb, who's a known since I've come out here the first time. I found out that he's a chronic pain in the ass with law enforcement. Okay, you're hanging around him. You short shrift what you know about him, how you know him, when you hang around with him, how long you've known him. Okay? I don't know what other external factors out there, other people that you hang around with. Okay, because you pretty much. I don't know who's David Shipley.
He's my boyfriend.
Who is he?
I mean, he's my boyfriend. I met him.
Okay, what does that mean? Where does he work? Does he live somewhere? How often do you see him? Another external factor. Does he use drugs?
No, Your Honor. I did
Okay.
meet him while I was, doing the drugs.
How did you meet him? If he doesn't do drugs, how is it that you were hanging around him while you were using
Okay,
drugs?
so we first met and were using.
Okay,
and-
see, what I want here,
Yes.
okay, is we're not gonna continue this hearing today. We're gonna do this hearing on another day, okay? You're gonna go back, you're gonna talk to Ms. Crook,
Okay,
and you're gonna quit the bullshit,
okay,
give her honest information, okay? Give her information that you refuse to give so far to her and to me and your lawyer, because if you have any hope of being on an intervention plan, then you better tell me everything that I need to know for a proper plan.
okay,
Because if you don't, and I put you on a plan, sure as shit, you'll be back here again having violated. And you'll be convicted. And you'll continue to spiral downward. Okay? When you go over here, stop listening to the morons in the jail. They're in jail for a reason.